Scorpio. Hi, my love. Happy Sunday. Today is August 31st, 2025. I'm here with your September 2025 reading. Okay. You have some interesting messages. Give me 1 second. Let us burn the sage and burn the incense. Let's pray. Let's converse. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to throw this away after you. Because this, I hear it last time. Trey Songs. Interesting. Now I hear Sweet Lady by Tyrese. Okay. So I want to pray first. Hold on. It's so sweet. Spirit, don't let me forget. Okay, we starting to get a good burn. They making sure this shit burns off. Freaking 606. Okay. All right, let's pray. God, divine source, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for allowing me to guide Scorpio placements on their September 2025 monthly reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as the month unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Gratitude, Ashe. Okay, so if you are a Scorpio, still 6:06 p.m. East Coast time, June 6th could have been a significant date for you, but that's not the point. If you are, first of all, major cleanse, okay? September, you're at... Yeah, there needs to be a major cleanse. A lot of you need a salt bath. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, it's been a very long time. Here, it's been a long time. It shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. But with that being said, if you are into R&B slow jams, for a lot of you, that's how your ancestors connect with you through music. Especially, you know, with you ruling the 8th house, you know, the dark and things. I feel like that's how they shower you with love. Take that how it resonates. I hear it's the overall meaning, and sometimes not so specific, the words in particular. Okay, now I do feel like your energetic theme, like how you're coming up in September, is you're out the way. Okay, you're out the way, and I feel like a part of, well, what's contributing to you being out of the way, I feel like the people that you are around are on one. I hear fuck it, I'm on one, but no, truly the people around you are on one. Like their energy is dark and gloomy and melancholy and sad and shit. Okay, and I feel like you just don't want any parts. So literally I feel like the way this eclipse is affecting people around you is not the same as it's affecting you. I feel like a lot of people, like you could definitely be, it feels like you're in the energy of calm throughout the storm, but the people around you, it's kind of like they're the ones that panic when the storm arises. So I feel like you're peeping game and you're just moving out the way. Okay, we spoke on the slow jams, we spoke on your energy, we spoke on the people around you. Oh, the last thing I want to say before we get into the cards is pay attention to your energy and how your energy shifts when the seasons shift. Okay, I feel like there's a signature there that's being highlighted. Also, there may be, if you have a car and maintenance is starting to show, of what, like maintenance that's needed on the car is starting to show, take care of that. Last thing I want to say, there was a few more things, but last thing I want to say, yeah, 444 6:09 p.m. divine, is that there's something about creating a 9-month plan starting November 1st. And I did the math, and I'm gonna do the math again with my fingers, don't judge me, to ensure accuracy. Okay, so 9 months from November 1st, that November 1st is giving that 11-1 portal. Still 6:09 right now. But December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So August. So a lot of you could be signing new contracts August 2026, but there's something about a 9-month plan. I'm getting a 9-month birth plan. If you're a feminine energy, you could be finding out about a pregnancy, but this doesn't have to be literal. Like, it could be starting a new life, a new journey, moving, upgrading, transitioning, making a major purchase, something like that. Okay. Okay, now let's get into the cards. Let's see what your theme is. It's very interesting. We're doing September, and after you, I have 9 more signs to do. So you want me to keep both? Okay. I'm going to re-pull, but what slid out for you was opportunity and love. So I'll just take that how it resonates. Yeah, the cauldron. All right. Ooh, my hair. Okay. Never mind. I was trying to figure out if I was... Never mind. What's the theme for Scorpio in September? You keep getting 2 cards. I'm not taking that. But, I'm trying to think. What did we just have? Opportunity and love. So that's a statement within itself. I'm just going to read these as statements within themselves. You have abundance in reverse with standstill. So financially, there could be a standstill at this time. Statement within itself. Yeah, stillness. It's not coming. It's coming out in 2s because it doesn't apply collectively. But if things have been rocky, who had the Rocky Balboa reading? Hold on. I know it's on the tab, the host tab. I made it a community tab. I'm trying to figure out YouTube. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but hold on. It's a lot of new shit I'm trying to tap into. So that was a Libra reading. Libra, September 2023, the Rocky Balboa spirit. I don't remember anything about that reading, but it's coming up. So Libra season. But I know he was undefeated though, I think. Scorpio. Thank you. Finally. Praise the Lord. Protection is your theme. Very interesting. So that is connected to your energy of being out of the way. Again, as the storms are happening around others, you're more so calm through the storm. You see the lightning, but there's a very, as I just mentioned, a very loud message to pay attention to your energy as it your energy shifts with the seasons, but I don't think you realize just how much. But there's a need for self-observation. I think that's the proper way to say that. All right. Let's get into these cards. Also, before I get into these cards, also with this energy of protection, you know, the tree, it can connect to family tree roots, things of that nature. You could be, I'm getting protection prayers, so you could definitely be working with the Book of Psalms in September. But there's something about praying protection over your family. For some of you, you're taking a step further. Okay, you're doing some spells. Okay, because protection spells are coming up, but it's like half and half. Some of you are praying, like you're using your tongue as the protection. Others of you, I'm getting you're doing the most. Take that how it resonates, but that's what I'm getting. But no, I don't. There's something about protecting. I feel like how I'm speaking to you really don't give a fuck, okay? But I'm just say the message. But there's this need to, it's like, protect your family, like dead ass. And you could be miles away, you could be close, but your family needs a prayer of protection. And I'm gonna just leave it that there. Okay, let's move on. Scorpio, September. And then, hold on, before I flip over these cards, I'm sorry. But it's like, again, your energy is wanting to be out the way. People are going through chaos, and you're not trying to deal. You're not trying to have no parts. It's more so, you know, protecting your peace. Respectfully, okay, I get that. Honey, I was about to read the comments. As soon as I was about to read it, it was gone. What the fuck is that? Hold on, let me close the door. Sound like they're vacuuming outside. But you could, again, yeah, you could want no parts. You could not want a deal. But there's something about, it's like I just hear you're being called to protect them. I don't know what that, you'll see. The shaman. Okay. Scorpio, September. See, the apocalypses, but the apocalypse, honey. Scorpio. Threshold is in reverse. Feels like you are the breakthrough, but you don't want to be. You don't want to assume the responsibility. It's too many cards. One at a time, please, Scorpio. The poet in reverse, but you will be blocked. Damn. They're not even allowing me to think before I speak. You will be blocked if you don't do this. Yeah, the queen, you're the snake, and then underneath the queen you have the judge. Scorpio. Damn, the underworld. So they're showing me, I don't know how long ago this was, but it's not in this lifetime. Okay? But it's like, I don't know. I just see I don't know if these are like, if this is bloodline people or like people that, you know, because we create our own families, right? However the fuck it applies, whoever is experiencing the chaos, whoever it is, the energy will reveal itself in September for sure once eclipse season starts. And we move into the shadow of eclipse season on the 4th of September. So anywho, moving on, but they're showing me how there was a war, there was a battle, and it's like, you know, where you had the opportunity to assume the front line, you chose to just, I'm seeing, like, it's like your people are fighting, but they're showing me you in the background in the cut just eating, like just not giving a fuck, okay? And like what you're telling yourself is like, let them hang themselves. And then it's like you may feel, I don't know if it's empathy, I don't know if it's fucking sympathy, but you feel some type of way, and it's like you think about why you should get involved, but then it's like you focus on the negative to not get involved, it's like make yourself feel right for your stance, your position, even your fucking reasoning, whatever the fuck, okay? But at the same time, as the ruler of the 8th house, your challenge is to be the light in the midst of darkness. And literally you have the midst of darkness here with the apocalypse and the fucking underworld, okay? And then with the shaman being here, this is a midst of darkness too. This is what you could be, but it's like you would rather just, I hear, let the world suffer. And that was okay in the age of Pisces, but we're in the age of Aquarius. That's the 11th house. That's for the people, okay? And it's like, if you can't even be for your own people, then who shall stand with you? I don't know. But yeah, the vision. So you have an opportunity, a duty, and I hear the audacity to not want to, but to resolve and unclutter shit, unclutter and clear out this fucking riddle of an energy just by, I hear, speaking, envisioning whatever the fuck you are gifted at, that is the flame within you. But instead you choose to, I hear, judge not lest ye be judged. But when I just hear, remember when you need a savior. I don't know if this is fucking past or fucking future. I'm trying to breathe. But yeah, okay. Damn, thank you for letting me breathe. I felt like I was not breathing for about 90 seconds. But yes, okay, so, and with the poet and the threshold, shit is not sweet, honey. It's something I just hear is terribly wrong. And with protection, like, you are covered. That's the thing. You are covered. But there is a time to be selfish with your covering, and there is a time to protect. It's like there's a time to be in self mode, and there is a time to mommy daddy mode, where you got kids or yourself. Sometimes you gotta do that shit with your own life, okay? Whether you are, it doesn't matter the position of when you were born, okay? Somebody has to be a leader. I hear the word covet. What the fuck was that? Something just sparked, but I don't know where it came from. But I just hear be a leader. I don't know. It feels very intense. Like, Libra was all fucking soft and shit. Ah, you're tense. You're very intense. I mean, respectfully, by nature you are, but this... And then we're doing your reading in the light. It's still fucking daylight. I don't think I'll be doing any of the September readings at night. I really don't. That's the current projection, but we'll see. The Queen came out. So protection, it is a masculine trait, but it is a feminine trait too. Okay, think about the female lion. Okay, because I am a lioness, so just think about the female lion. Okay, honey, compared to the male lion. No disrespect, but respectfully. Okay, it's a different type of energy. Okay, honey, she protects. The male does too, but she's different, okay? And we are in the year of the snake, as I mentioned when I saw this card. So there's a... It's like there needs to be a shedding of you versus them. It feels like a you versus them. I want to share, because I don't feel like being judged or political at this time. I mean, I truly don't give a fuck. If I can consciously avoid it, I will. Let me see. Should I share this? The fucking YouTube just... The screen cut off. The Hanged Man. I'm keeping it to myself. Okay, yeah. We're gonna avoid that. Hold on. Let me bring my music back. Honey, if I would have shared that, they would have shut all this shit down. Like, the TV just shut down. See? Mindfulness. The Hierophant. Okay? Save myself. But more so to simplify what I was going to speak on in regards to a personal experience, what I will say is that you may never know when you need people. And not to say this needs to be done because you're going to need someone. That has nothing to do with it. But actually, a better way to say it is, you never know who God cloaks as an angel for you to help. That's the best way I can say it. Thank you, Spirit. You never know who God cloaks as an angel for you to help. And sometimes it's the people that you think are, I don't want to say unworthy, because there's so many things that make people unworthy. Unworthy is not the word. But according to your judgment, you may feel they are unworthy of your protection. I'll say that. You feel they are unworthy of your protection. You feel like they need to suffer, they need to learn, and they are suffering. They are learning. God is teaching them. But this, I hear, you need to be mindful of when you choose to play God. Ooh, ooh. With the shaman, you are very gifted and you have power too, okay? But as thy giveth, thy will taketh away, honey. So this queen is giving, use your power wisely. And I love how they brought the queen out versus the king, okay? The king tends to have no emotional attachment, okay? However, the queen does. Whether she has to hide it or not, by nature, she has an emotional feeling tone towards it. And that emotional feeling tone is by nature protection, okay? I don't know. And for some of you, this could be your mother. I don't know. The mother is very loud with the queen being here. And if your mother has passed on, it could be her name, it could be her legacy, or it could just be what you are here birthing in spite of. I don't know. Yeah. Does the tarot have anything to say? I want to clean this up and repull. You have the Six of Cups. We're about to trigger warning, okay? This feels like, I don't know, some of you, family secrets could be coming out. You could feel called to protect someone due to what they revealed to you. Take that how it resonates. As I say that, my eyes are drawn to this snake. And I don't like to always read the snake as deception. I mean, yes, it can represent deception, but snakes also represent the shedding of the old, transition, transformation. But not for everyone to see. Like, it slithers through the grass. It's minding its own fucking business, okay? However, if motherfuckers want, like, it's like, you know, you want to play, we can play, but we can mind our business too, you know? But it's also giving like a representation of you. Like, it's something about you and your uniqueness. But when I was saying trigger warning, I just need to get it out so we can move on because it just keeps coming up in my mind. But it's like if you have siblings, there's something about experiences not being the same when it comes to trauma and tragedy specifically. And there could be a trauma and or tragedy that is revealed to you from one of your, it's kind of like you had no idea, okay? um and with all of these birds, because this is the number 7 Roman numeral, but it's giving the weekend the birds. Okay, and honestly, the weekend, his music, okay, it be making you want to go there, okay? 50 Shades of Grey. But if you really listen to the lyrics, they're sad as fuck, okay? So, I don't know. It's kind of like, you know, yes, having the vision, but not being able to see just how deep someone is suffering. And this has nothing to do with saving. This has everything to do with helping. Just prayers of protection. The grandmother's prayers have been coming up a lot. Like, honey, that shit holds through generations. I truly believe that. Okay, I know that shit done fucking held me a couple of times. Okay, and I pass it on. Okay, to my nieces and nephews too. But there's you got something to do too. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, judgment. There's something you need to release a judgment. It's kind of like, I don't like the I don't like to use what WWJD, but that ass, okay? What would Jesus do, okay? Scorpio. The High Priestess. What will you choose to do? You got a lot of majors, so, and twos too. So this is definitely in regards to you and someone else. But again, it's also, like I said, you versus them. However that connects in September. Someone could truly be like a pain in your ass, but I hear that's not the fucking point. The underworld is still here. Why? The Queen is on the bottom. For some of you, whether you're feminine or masculine, you really do struggle with tapping into your femininity. I'm getting that too, but there's a transformation coming with that. And the reason why you struggle transitioning or connecting to your femininity is because you feel safer and more protected in your masculinity, respectfully. I mean, as a feminine female, I understand that, okay? Um, Even when I was saying that, my shoulders were tense as fuck. But yeah, I'm just getting like you can clear it. Like, I don't know. It's like you have the power to clean sweep all this shit. But you don't want to, again, you do not want to honor the commitment. But it feels like the Hierophant in reverse, the result of that for you is this. Can you clarify? That's what it's feeling like. So it's like, do you want to be nice or do you want to be naughty? What am I thinking about? Fucking, what is that? White chicks? Naughty. This could have to do with race. This could be anything. I don't know. Two of Cups in reverse though. You want no parts. That's the bottom line. What you want me to tell them? I don't know what to say. Again, you would, Eight of Pentacles, you would rather be out the way, okay? Just minding your own business, working on your craft. I just hear your craft will be blocked. I don't know. It feels like an ultimatum the way that I'm speaking it. Like I'm realizing what I'm saying. What you want me to tell them? So 9 of Swords, 4 of Cups on top of your 8 of Pentacles. It's like whatever you choose to do in spite of, like as whatever you decide to be busy with, problems and complications. Like this is like creating blockages due to your own stubbornness, okay? Due to your own fixed energy. Queen of Swords, so choose wisely. 6 of Swords, honey, you trying to take a trip? No. This is block after block after block. Now, 8 of Pentacles, whatever. Now, if this involves money, the answer is no. I don't feel like you're being asked to financially help. This has to do with using your power of good. Okay, Jesus didn't go out giving people money. Okay, he did, honey. He healed, he touched, he prayed. Shit, they touched him. And I'm sure, Scorpio, whoever I'm speaking to, you know how to cleanse and protect yourself. So go out here and be an archangel. I don't know why I hear it that way, but you need to go out here and be an archangel. Whatever archangel you've been connecting with, you need to tap the fuck in. You're not connecting with them for no reason, okay? Queen of Pentacles, but there's something about your femininity, okay? Okay. Yeah, you're on the bottom, death and rebirth. 9 of Cups in reverse. Where is that from? Until you do right by me. Where is that from? Is that the color purple? Hold on. Or is that fucking What's Love Got to Do with? Hold on. That is the color purple. That's silly. Hold on. I can't watch the color purple all the way. That shit, it just triggers my spirit, okay? It's a couple of movies I'm like that with, okay? I just cannot watch all the way through. Okay, but hold on. Until You Do Right By Me is a line spoken by Celie in the color purple. A pivotal moment where she finally asserts herself and leaves the abusive relationship after discovering he hid her sister Nettie's letters. She says, until you do right by me, everything you even think about will fail, as a curse and a declaration of her liberation from his control. After years of abuse and silence, so remember when I said, let me leave, never mind. I'm gonna have to watch this back. So, and this could definitely be in fucking Libra season, because Libra's reading was about, honey, they got one last thing, okay, one last straw. And then this shit says the confrontation, this revelation is the final straw. leading to a dramatic confrontation at the dinner table. Sit, honey, it's bringing up childhood memories, but that until you do right by me, I just feel like that's spirit. I don't feel like that's from a human. I really do feel like that's spirit with all of these damn blocks, okay? But also by you, if I can take it personal. It could be, you know, your north node versus your south node. Your south node would be a representation of the underworld. Our purpose is to fulfill and embody the north node, okay? The north node would be the Nine of Cups. And for a lot of you, like shit, it's just like, as I've said recently, you know, when we are called to do certain things, when we are called to do certain things or go through certain experiences, yes, we pay our karmic debt, but we like, damn, we paid our dues. Why am I still experiencing shit? When you say you want to fucking shift generations or build a certain type of legacy, it comes with shit that you may, honey, you may not think it, you did it in this one. It could have been fucking 6 to 9 lifetimes ago. We don't know. But this journey, or it could be our parents' shit, okay? It could be, honey, the contracts that we agree to. We are aware of our power on the other side. So, of course, it ain't nothing but a G thing. But, honey, this human experience, this shit is chess. It's not checkers. And new levels, new devils. But each new level is another gain of strength and courage and perseverance and resilience for you. And it's just like, it's just more rewards that you experience here on earth. And I do feel like the more that we honor our north node, the more that we experience heaven on earth, because this shit is hell, okay? People be talking about people going to hell. Honey, fucking look around, okay? Fuck. Heaven on earth is nature. It's the fucking forest, the untouched forest, okay? Yeah, King of Wands, Eight of Cups. So literally take the lead, walk away from however you feel, and take charge. Literally, courage, strength. Maybe people need you. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going down with people around, or whoever this is in particular, what they've done to you. But it's some shit like, the best way I can relate this energy would be praying for your enemies, like praying prayers of protection over people that have betrayed you, over people that have spited you, fucking, honey, dog talked, fucking maybe even dog walked your ass, okay? But to be able to truly heal and elevate and see where the fuck shit went wrong and why we said yes, or whatever the fuck the experience was for however long time it was, and truly just releasing. When you can do that, that's a reflection of release. That's a reflection of healing. You want to know if, honey, can you do that with love? Can you say that prayer with love? But this is a reflection of that. It's like, you know, people that I know the energy wouldn't be returned, but that's not the fucking point. The point is, I am who the fuck I am, and I have a purpose. So just because they are that way, it's not about to, honey, I'm not about to do anything that has my ass reincarnated, okay? And I would suggest you do the same, respectfully. Okay, do you want chaos, or do you just want to surrender? Okay, I think you should just surrender. I don't feel like this will be a long, drawn-out experience. Like, again, you can resolve it. Moving on, Scorpio. Maybe we are having some tough talks in 2025, Scorpio. we have. It's all good though. Big signs are stubborn as fuck. I know. You have home. So this is going back to that 9-month plan that I mentioned, because 27 breaks down to 9, but we are discussing September. So this could, what I spoke of, that could be in regards to the home. Some of you need to learn or work on protecting your home. Solitude, that out the way energy. 13, you, Scorpio. Shaking my head. Rescue, See, you're being called to get out of solitude and be the rescue. And get creative, honey. Maybe you need to. Y'all don't. You know what? Hold on. You know what I noticed? People really don't be utilizing a spirit team how they should, okay? Because you have help, okay? That'd be the thing, okay? You got hella help. Why is this not playing? Did I pause it? Oh, sorry. Turned down. Okay. But you don't be, honey, calling them to your rescue, okay? Scorpio. Ghostlands, yes. The power to freeze, dissolve, okay? And peaks of joy in reverse. Whatever I'm speaking of, it affects you too. You're involved because you're affected. You may think you're not, but you are. Whether it's by blood, relation, vicinity, you're affected, okay? And this is a very small part of the reason, but also a part of the reason why it's you. I hear, in case you wanted to know, with this peaks of joy being in reverse. So I do feel like whoever I'm speaking to, people may not have the knowledge that you have. With this home, tree of knowledge energy, they may not have the knowledge, the ancient wisdom that you have. And that's okay. You were called for a reason. They were not for a reason. Respectfully, okay? You remember the song, what's the song by Nicki and Lil Baby? You Got a Problem? What she say? I don't care how long it takes to get an eye back. That's what it's given, okay? But dry desert in reverse. So it's giving you have the ability to fill an empty well. I hear just like that specifically. And into the unknown in reverse. I've already told you what you need to do. So when whatever this is presents itself, I feel like it's given the energy of being in solitude up until whatever this rescue is. But that energy of solitude, especially if you don't want to talk to nobody, if you just really feel like energetically, not energetically triggered, but you know how like when sometimes it's like just because people talking to you irritates the fuck out of you. It's like that shit. Like, honey, you may think it's nothing, but no, it's like you're spiritually sensitive. That's the best way I can put it. You can feel very spiritually sensitive. I'm getting especially the first half or throughout the rest of Virgo season. But this you are in training mode too at the same time. Like, honor that sensitivity, but there's going to be a time where you are being called to pull yourself out. It's just like, for those of you that are like myself, you like to go down the rabbit hole. I do too. But I know you can get stuck in that motherfucker. So I have to be very conscious on when it's time to bring myself out, okay? I know when to go deep. I know when to pull out and get your mind out of the gutter. But yeah, it's like, there's a time to be alone, there's a time to take action, and there's going to be a time to be alone, Virgo season, and a time to take action, Libra season, okay? Okay. Solitude is still here. Come together in reverse. Some of you could be breaking up. That why would you want to break up song? These pants are tight as hell. Okay. Stuck in the mud. 24. What has changed for you in the last 24 months? A lot of commitments have changed, with commitment being on the bottom. So for others of you, what I just spoke on, let me just say it in another way. You could be very aware of the energy of protection that you carry, right? And you could be very selective on who you extend that to. It's like you have no issue with extending it, but heavy on who it's extended to. There's a test. There's a test coming for you too. There's a test coming for you and from you. Ooh. But the test happens, like, comes to you first before a test comes from you. Yeah, this commitment is feeling like a test of commitment. Like, I don't know, you're gonna test somebody intentionally. For instance, I know I said money wasn't involved, but I don't know. This is just an example I'm getting for those of you that are selective with protection. Like, some people are very selective on which homeless people they give to. Okay, I am, but others are too. But it's like, there may be a person by your judgment you would not give to when truly they need your help. But it's like, I'm not trying to say like go against your own judgment, but, and not to say it's just anybody, like, you'll know. You will know. I'm going to give that to you, okay? You will know when it's time to take action. But it's like, taking action without question, but then you start to question yourself, like, hold on. And then you start to go in fucking fixed mode, Virgo shit, okay? And I know Virgo's not fixed, but we in Virgo season and you a fixed sign. That's why I said it that way. But yeah, no. Even you see how this bird is in the opposite direction of this elephant? This could be someone you know, it could be a stranger, but you'll know. Yeah, Wizard of Awareness. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's switch decks. Do you have anything else? You will know. Heavy on you'll know when it's time to. Dry desert. Movement. So if August was a bit slow, expect movement in September. But even this is opposite energy. You see the back's being, hold on. The back's being turned, okay? Like, you have the power to shift this energy and move things forward, okay? Again, then I say replenish the well, okay? Yeah. You. And it's like, it's one thing to play games with humans. Don't play games with spirit, okay? You're going to lose every time. You're going to suffer every fucking time, okay? Obedience truly is the best policy. I don't, they be talking about obedience to humans in the Bible. They be talking about obedience to God too. But in the Bible that people be reading, it's not all of the fucking books. So just when you feel called, make it do what it do, okay? If you need confirmation, however you get your confirmation, get it. But once you get it, don't question it, okay? But as I say that, I stuttered just now. As I say that, it's like, why would you question the confirmation? It's like, how do I say this? Instead of like truly just you're just selective. That's the best way. I was about to say, instead of just flowing, you just be choosy. But AKA, you're just very selective. Let's see what the heart chakra, heart oracle deck has to say. Cause what the hell? See, Throat chakra healing begins. Okay, you need to speak some life, some protection, some boundaries, some barriers, you need to fucking remove some devils. I don't know. You need to fucking do a goddamn exorcism. I don't know what the fuck you need to do. You need to do something. Feels like it's more so, but the bottom line is taking control of a situation. Release and reverse. You know what this release and reverse is giving me? It's giving me Matilda. I was watching Matilda earlier. And like when you watch Matilda, when you watch Charms, like when you watch any of the magical shit, okay? If you notice, you know, even on American Gods, anger gets shit done, okay? And how you channel that energy is very primed to, yeah, how you channel and exert that energy is very primed to what happens next, okay? It's domino effect. With release and reverse, it's giving, I hear you have the throat chakra. Okay, let me just do this a different way. You have release in reverse, teach in reverse, listen in reverse, and success and growth upright. Yeah, I'm giving too much free game. Okay. Sorry, Scorpio, I wanted to finish, but you heard my throat chakra, okay? This is now a test, okay? I'm done with that. But anywho, you have release in reverse, teach in reverse, listen in reverse, success and growth. Upright, they are funny. What information are you withholding? There's something that you are withholding with release in reverse, teach in reverse. It's some information that you're being asked to give to the people, but you're not. And you're ignoring your higher self when it comes to, I hear this commandment. What is going on with y'all? Honey, we got commandments. We got blocks of, honey, we got silly. What the hell? Success and growth, but you holding whatever the fuck back is in your own way. Like, I just hear they could all be so simple. It really could all be so simple, okay? Honey, okay, go out here, fight this battle, okay? You ain't gonna break no fucking bones, okay? You might have a scratch or something, but we all got battle scars, okay? We all got something to remember something by, okay? It's just so, honey, maybe a motherfucker need to remember and not forget not to fucking play with you. Or, honey, or you need to know not to play with spirit. I don't know. But don't be on the lesson and learning not to play with spirit. Just make it do what it do, okay? Honey, God will never put more on you than you can bear, okay? This good Sunday. Your theme is protection, okay? So whatever frontline battle you are called to, honey, walk around like you got an S on your chest, okay? And just, honey, set this shit off, okay? Set it off style real quick, okay? And then just live success and growth. Live your best life, okay? And honey, you may live to tell a damn testimony. I don't know, okay? But you need to follow your higher self and stop listening to your lower self, okay? Your lower self is mean as fucking hell, okay? It's mean as shit, okay? Which is why your higher self is connected to your divine femininity, okay? The world needs to know that, okay? Honey, you gotta be one with that shit, okay? That's duality. We are raised in a masculine world. So, yeah. Just, I know it sounds simple, and I know it's not. I know it's not. But you were built for this. You know, I do, respectfully, I feel like all fixed signs have some of the toughest battles to experience in this lifetime because we are fixed. And with being fixed, we are we know what the fuck. We know what we want. We like what we like. We know what we don't like. And we I feel like we start our life finding what our comfortability, our niche is, okay? And as we grow and transform, that may change, and we are aware of that change. We incorporate that change. We leave behind what the fuck we don't want, but we're fixed in our cycles. But sometimes, you know, we just gotta, hold on, let me look this up first. I hear turn the other cheek. Hold on. Let me clarify the meaning of that. Hold on. So Jesus's instruction to turn the other cheek, found in Matthew 5:39, actually means to turn the tables on those who seek to harm us and to overcome evil through creative acts of nonviolent resistance. We should never resist those who seek to harm us. Huh. So basically, that's interesting. So I'm a type of auntie. I'm like, if somebody hits you, you hit them back. Okay, I'm one of those. That's how I operate in life, okay? But then I have had my moments where enough was enough, okay, and I was the attacker. But turning the other cheek it's like praying for your enemies, you know? If someone does you harm, you give them peace in return. And honestly, it's not, that blesses you, okay? I'm a living testimony of that. And I don't do it for that, but it's the right thing to, honey, I'm trying to not fucking come back here, whatever. And some things I may not understand, but I do understand a lot of things are above me. You know, we use that a lot when it comes to corporate America, you know, should be above our pay grade, but spiritually a lot of should be above us as well. And we don't give that same respect. So this is one of those situations where this is above you, Scorpio, but you are called. And it just feels like just a small, I hear a small slice of your life, but they're showing me your life as a piece of cake. So this literally, this metaphorically, thank you for that vision. It'll be a piece of cake, like, but it's just it's one thing if you were willing. The reason why we've had this conversation for the last 52 minutes is because you are unwilling. But you're leading by example, okay? You never know who's watching. And with September, honey, just answer the call, okay? The Blue Jays, throat chakra, communication. It has to do with speaking, something. Honey, calling, I don't know. The voice, the tongue, okay? Is what the fuck I'm trying to say. Let's look at the eclipses real quick. Now I'm curious. I just realized that the door is closed because of that noise. So yeah, you could definitely want to keep something in-house, but I feel like the answer is no. You need to speak. You need to speak. You need to teach. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, Eye of the Needle, intentionality. Okay, so that is your Pisces full moon lunar eclipse, Virgo new moon solar eclipse. This is just a sneak peek. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. And then you have 15, the devil, but dust devil, moving out of stagnation. I need my card next. So you have the power to move things out of stagnation due to your intentions. And it's interesting because I have the needle, intentionality is 17. 17 is Aquarius, the star. Healing, okay? I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you shapeshift roles throughout life. I don't think you have one set role. I really don't. I feel like you shapeshift. That's a part of your Kundalini energy, Phoenix rising energy. And you see how in this, we can call it a raven. I hear, yeah, raven. So raven's your spirit guide. But we're going to look into the spirit, the animal spirit of it. But the courage to step into life, you see how It's like there's an activation happening. Like it's time to shapeshift into whatever this is. It's like touched by an angel, okay? You know, honey, they assist on one assignment and then they just go do whatever. But, you know, on Touched by an Angel, Monica, there were a lot of experiences. She was like, well, what the hell? But she knew what to do. And she got it done. And sometimes she had tests. So in tests, if you don't touch, it's on Netflix, okay? Touched by an Angel, okay? Maybe you need to watch Touched by an Angel. I love Touched by an Angel. Anywho, tests, which is basically the guide to Monica, you got one of them too. Like I said, you're not alone, okay? You got help too. And this is a winner and doneer, but just get it done, okay? Let's move on. That's, oh no, hold on. But to be specific, Pisces full moon lunar eclipse intentional. I do feel like it feels like releasing and beginning, which is the energy aligned with the moons. Full moons you release, new moon, new boo. Some of y'all could get a new boo around the Virgo new moon solar eclipse, but my eyes looked at Venus in Virgo, which starts 9/19 when I was saying that. But it's like the full moon, you're focused on releasing energy. New moon, I hear by narrative. You're focused on new beginnings, especially since it's a solar eclipse. But this eye of the needle intentionality is giving me precision with the way the eye is looking through the heart of the needle, where the thread will go. But it's precision, so you can see where the thread needs to be looped in. So I do feel like in this energy of precision around the lunar eclipse, that's that spiritual sensitivity, emotional sensitivity that I was speaking of, like that. I just hear it's right on brand, like the timeline is truly divine. Damn, I didn't see that fucking bird. It was big as fuck though. But I caught the tail and I can't make clear of the tail. But then with the perfect storm, the courage to step into light, it's like, okay, we ready, okay? It's giving Pastor Troy, we ready, okay? And then once you're on your Pastor Troy, we ready. I know we spoke up the R&B, okay? But the Pastor Troy, we ready, it's like 8th house activated, okay? Like right now, whatever we've been speaking of, you've been asked to tap into your opposite, okay? Taurus, okay? Who's ruled by Venus, you know? But then when it's time to go to war, you get Pastor Troy, okay? Honey, when... I love that song. But yeah, moving out of stagnation, you're going to make it do what it do. And you're protected in the process, okay? And I hear Kevin Gates, you're making progress, okay? So all will be well when you get out the way, okay? Okay, let's... Hold on, knocking shit over. Anything else for Scorpio? This is an interesting reading. It was intense, but we laughed. The more that I do, the more that I show up, the more my personality starts to seep through, truly. Anywho, anything else for Scorpio outside of get shit done, you know? Be obedient, be the art. It's time for you. That's about to be your title, okay? You need to be the Archangel. So, honey, closing us out, you have the devil, the devil in reverse with the Knight of Swords, okay? Baby, I don't know what chains you about to break. Hold on, where's the card? Let me pull back out. Here we go. I don't know what this devil representation is, okay? With Dust Devil moving out of stagnation, okay? Literally moving. Honey, I don't know. I don't know. You remember, I'm getting you should be proud to be chosen. And as I say that, you know how like when you're in like, I don't know if this is like elementary school, pre-K, but it's like how people always want to be like, it would be everything to be the line leader for that day. It's like, you're the fucking line leader. And it's like, anybody else would be happy to be in this position, Scorpio. But you have the honors and you're not proud. It's, I don't know. I don't know. But you should be proud. And heavy energy, it's like, I hear God gives his strongest, what the hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. My right ear just started ringing, but this is not, it's not even that. It's not even a hardest battle. Like, honey, you done been through, this ain't shit. Like, literally, it's like a piece of cake. Like, but you, I don't know, maybe this could just be your perception on just problems in life, and how you have, if you would just get out of that energy mentally, you could truly save yourself in a lot of ways. You know, we could take it personal, we could take it to the collective, but this does have to do with the collective for majority of you. Okay. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. Yeah. You have me talks, repairing the mind, body, and spirit. So you're in training when you're in that sensitivity energy, but the result of just saying yes to the calling, overflow, overwhelming plenty. Libra ended that way as well. So justice, you will get your justice will be served on your behalf as well. Okay. Yeah, that's what I have. I love you. God bless you. I will see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I got the Labor Day off, but I'm working on the YouTube. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all on the rising, actually. Have a good night. Bye. See you in September.